If you don't want to be like everyone else, you have to make the sacrifices others aren't willing to make. That's what my mentor told me in my early 20s, and it stuck with me ever since. I started out with no qualifications and no money, yet I managed to become a multi-millionaire. A big part of my success came from avoiding 7 crucial mistakes that I'm about to share with you. First thing to avoid: working for only money. Imagine you have a boring but high-paying job. You start stacking cash quickly. Your friends think you're killing it, and your parents are proud. But over time, your income slows down. There are 2 paths. This is path A. Now imagine instead you take a challenging, lower-paying job. You might struggle for a while, maybe even barely pay your bills. Your friends think you're falling behind, and your parents might be worried. But over time, your earning potential skyrockets. This is path B. What's the difference? Path A prioritizes money now. Path B prioritizes skills and equity. Every self-made millionaire I know has followed path B. That's the secret to real wealth. When I was 16, I left school with no qualifications and had a choice between 5 job offers. I chose to be a carpenter's apprentice. The pay was low, but the skills were invaluable. I was learning more than just a trade. I was learning how to think. And even though I had to quit due to a toxic boss, those skills stayed with me. Today, I use them to design my best-selling line of radio-controlled planes, a business that's made me millions. Second mistake you should avoid: buying a luxury lifestyle too soon. Picture this: cruising through Dubai in a bright yellow Lamborghini, pulling up to a fancy restaurant, and ordering a $500 steak without hesitation. It looks like success, right? Wrong. Most of the people you see living this lifestyle are drowning in debt, leasing cars, maxing out credit cards, and living paycheck to paycheck. It's all for show. True wealth doesn't come from flashy cars or expensive dinners. It comes from investing in assets that grow: stocks, real estate, crypto. Spend money on assets that generate income, not liabilities that drain your bank account. Once you've made your millions, then you can enjoy the luxuries. But until then, focus on building real wealth, not just the appearance of it. Third mistake you should avoid: doing everything yourself. No matter how talented you are, you can't compete with a team of skilled people working together. Even the most successful individuals had help. Take Elon Musk, for example. He didn't build his empire alone. He was part of the PayPal Mafia, a group that went on to create YouTube, Yelp, LinkedIn, and more. If you're just starting out with a side hustle, know this: older business owners often struggle with modern tech. They need help, and that's where you come in. By offering your skills, whether it's building a website or managing their social media, you can create immense value and in turn make a lot of money. Fourth mistake: you should avoid having too many inputs. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by all the advice, opinions, and ideas thrown at you? You're not alone. This is called cognitive overload. Everyone wants to tell you what to do: get a stable 9-to-5, start a business, travel the world, or go back to school. It's exhausting. Here's my solution: start with your end goal and work backward. Cut out the noise and only focus on the inputs that align with your vision. Quality over quantity. Listen to experts, not the random advice of well-meaning friends and family. The clearer your goal, the clearer your path. Fifth mistake you should avoid: being ego-driven. Arrogant people won't even finish this video. They think they already know everything, but that's the problem. Ego blinds you to opportunities. The more you focus on the end goal, the more you miss the crucial small steps that lead to success. Don't let your ego tell you that you're too smart to learn. True wealth comes from humility and the understanding that there's always more to know. It's called the iceberg principle. What you know is just the tip, while the real wealth of knowledge lies below the surface. Sixth mistake you should avoid: passing the blame. One of my favorite proverbs says, "The man who blames others has a long way to go. The man who blames himself is halfway there." The man who blames no one has already arrived. Imagine you have two objects in front of you, a magnifying glass and a mirror. The magnifying glass makes you focus on others, blaming them for your problems. But if you choose the mirror, you look inward, focusing on what you can control, your actions, your mindset. The more you blame, the bigger your excuses become. To truly succeed, stop making excuses and start taking control. Seventh mistake, you should avoid staying static. Your comfort zone is a trap. It's safe, secure, but it's also a prison. If you don't push its boundaries, you'll never grow. I left school to take on a carpentry apprenticeship, and then I moved to side hustles. Eventually, I started my own business, even taking a risky bank loan to make it happen. Years later, I felt complacent and decided to start a new challenge, posting videos on YouTube at the age of 43. I wanted to share my knowledge to help those who don't fit the traditional path. It's never too late to expand your comfort zone. Final takeaway. If you want to stand out and build real wealth, you have to make sacrifices and avoid the traps most people fall into. Focus on skills, seek equity, live within your means, collaborate, narrow down your inputs, stay humble, take responsibility, and push past your comfort zone. That's the formula for true success.